Hello guys, how's it going? In this video, we are going to draw a star with a 3D effect. So, it is going to be a very simple drawing. We are going to start by drawing the star in a very simple way, make a line, a diagonal line, joining the top part to the lower part, the lower left part of the star. And you can make it slightly larger or smaller opening. Does it matter? Actually, you can decide. Then you come from the bottom point to the middle point, connect the two middle points, and then you come from the left middle to the bottom right point, and then connect the missing part. And just like this, you draw a very simple star. And after drawing the star, you can align it. Don't worry about the number of lines. You can make a freehand drawing, because when you do the final outline, you can use the eraser and remove some of the excess graphite of your drawing. Just be careful not to erase everything. I used this kind of razor right here, but you can use a regular white razor, that's fine. With a ruler, I'll do the final trace of the drawing. I want this to stay at the same height. I'll make a base right here, and I'll leave the outline at the point I marked it. And right here we have the finished drawing of the star in the outline. And now we're going to create the edges to give it the 3D effect, because right now we have a 2D drawing. The size of the border, it is up to you, okay? For example, I'll leave it at 4 centimeters, but you can leave it with more centimeters. This slope right here is also up to you. You can mark a vantage point and make it with a larger perspective effect, or you can define a line here, and from it, you can make all the others in parallel with it. For example, I'll use the ruler as a base right here. I align it here, and I'll leave it just like this and line it. I try to adjust the ruler according to the line I made at the beginning. I observe the space between it, between the ruler and the line, and then I draw the line. Also at 4 centimeters with the same height. Again, I mark the end. A border. We have a border right here and on this side too. Don't forget that this one also has to be parallel to the edge. Now we make the connection of the ends. And right here we have the finished drawing of our star, both the upper part of the star's shape and the three-dimensional borders. So now we're going to add the shadow details. Right here on the top part, I've just add a bit of graphite. I want this part to be light. Usually the upper parts are a bit lighter because we use them at the base for the light focus, as if the light is hitting from above. And here on the side parts we add a bit more shadow. We want to give a bit more depth to this drawing because whenever you're shading a drawing, light parts create a volume effect and darker parts create a depth effect. Okay? I'm using a 4B pencil, okay guys? And guys, it is very important to pay attention to the parts where it'll be darker and the parts that will be lighter. It is very important because when we are blending the drawing, we need to know where it'll be lighter, and we have a predefinition when we are blending with a tissue or blend stamp to blend the graphite. You know, you won't form the shadow where it will be darker and where it will be lighter. You will simply spread the graffiti. So it is very important to I'm going to use a t-shirt right here on the drawing. I'm going to start with the upper part. If it goes outside, it's okay, because later we'll use the eraser and clean up the outside. The paper ends up absorbing some of the graphite, so it ends up being a bit lighter than this part, but later we'll reinforce it again, so that's okay. In this part, you can use a blending stump or a cotton swab. Feel free to do so. I'm going to use the 6B pencil. Now going to reinforce some parts where I want it to be darker. I won't put too much pressure on the paper with the pencil. With the 6B graphite, I'm going to do just like this. And you can see that it creates a difference in the tone of the drawing. And now I'm going to use the tissue paper again. Also, I don't put too much pressure with the tissue on the drawing. I do it gently, just to spread the graphite. I'm just reinforcing some lines. And now the shadow detail. And for the shadow, I'll use a 2B pencil. Near the base of the star, I'll make it a bit darker, and as I move towards the end of the shadow, right here towards the end of it, I'll lighten it a bit more to give that, the gradient effect in the shadow and leave it with a more natural tone. And be careful on this part, guys, because it is very important to be very gentle right here. And I don't like to use the pencil too vertical because it can end up marking the drawing and leaving a mark when you use the blending stump. So it is very important to be very gentle right here. And now I'm going to use the tissue paper again. Very gently. I'll pass it a bit on the paper with the graphite to, suggest a bit on the paper's graphite. I want a natural drawing, so I'll do this very gently. Again, very gentle, just a bit. And guys, it's already done. We just do a cutout on the paper so you can visualize better the effect. This line I marked is the line to make the cutout. So we keep the part of the start and this base right here, and this other part of the paper will cut it off. And then guys, I'm going to give you the same advice here. Be very careful. Little ones ask for help from another person to make the cut. And again, always use school scissors, regular paper scissors, okay? And that's it guys, the final result of the drawing. I'm moving the camera and you can see the 3D effect. Very cool guys, a very simple drawing to make. And that's it guys, see you in our next video. Thank you.